Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Marcus here. I got a message I want to say to every human being on the face of the earth. Your purpose for being here is basically to play a role in creation. I want to tell you something about the natural order of existence. This earth was prepared for human existence, but not only human, all living existence as we know it. This earth is prepared for that existence. Whatever that living entity requires for survival is here. For human beings, things for survival are common so that it can be respected by all. The resources for all of the things that men can imagine that they want to do are already here. Some are in the earth, some are on the earth, some above the earth. Some is seen, some is unseen, but it's all here. Each individual has been given a gift that would allow them to participate in the creative process that they are here for. Each gift that each individual has gives them their greatest joy. It makes it like whatever you get outside of the joy of this is just cream on the top, cream on the cake, something like that. And in that, you have peace and prosperity and freedom and joy of your life. Your dreams are fulfilled. You never are lacking. Your needs are there. Your wants are there. Your desires are all there, all met. And you don't have to go beyond that. That is the basic natural way of living. Now, we don't live that way. Nowhere on earth where people are do we live that way. Why? Because everywhere people are living under a lie. Everywhere on earth, people are living under a lie. It doesn't matter whether you're living under a Pharaoh, a Caesar, a king, a queen, a president, or a dictator. Everywhere you're living under a lie. The evidence that you're living under a lie is the pain and suffering that you go through. Nowhere on earth is life as I just explained it. So, all over the earth, in every institution that is set up, supports the continuation of this lie. For those of you who are not familiar with how that lie works, think about the United States of America, the 2020 election. Even go back before then. Start when the great promoter of lies started talking about becoming president of the United States. Think about the lies that he started talking about, the birtherism. Just start thinking about all the lies that he propped up. Lies, lies, lies. Came into the office knowing that he was a liar, liar, liar. And all of those who had been trying to hide, pretending like they were okay in America, got bold. They were emboldened by this. And all of it came out. So lies just started becoming alternative truths. Everybody just for this purpose, this evilness. So this is how it works, ladies and gentlemen. Split, divide, and all of it. All of it. And I ask anybody in America, is there any way that this lie, if everybody bought into this lie, if everybody says, okay, Donald Trump is the provider, he's the smartest person on the globe. He is our God. And we're gonna sit back and allow our God to be our God. I want to ask you, will there still be pain and suffering? Will there still be ghettos? Will there still be people who are suffering? Will there be murders and all these things taking place under your God? Is that the kind of God that you live for? Is that the kind of God you want? What about a God that says that you'll never have to be hungry again? What about a God that says you'll never have to lack uh, health care, in need of it, in need of education? What about a God that says you'll never have to be homeless, that you can dream, and that you can do what you want to do. What about a God like that? And not just for you, but for you and you and you. What about a God like that? And to give that God the authority as you've given the God that causes pain and suffering by following the dictates of treating people like you want to be treated. That's not asking too much. These are basic principles that would allow not just black people, not just my family, not just Americans, but people all over the globe. And the truth is, to the people all over the globe, you will have to play a major role in this change. People have come up with lies that were implanted in societies before any of us living today came along. So this stuff had been institutionalized, it's been built into the fabric of life itself. But what you have not known is that it only exists because of your power. Now, whether you just giving your power freely, ignorantly, or under the threat of a baseball bat or a machete, it only exists because you say, okay. Sometimes you say okay today, not realizing that the okay you say today is choking the lifeblood out of your grandchildren, your great grandchildren, if they are unfortunate enough to be here. So, what the cry is for you to take responsibility of everlasting life. People say, I want to live forever. I want to be in Jesus, with Jesus. I want to walk around through heaven with the angels. Why do you want to do that? Wouldn't it be just as wonderful as when you go to sleep at night, you separate yourself from the troubles of the day. You separate yourself from the troubles of the world for a moment in time. Why and what is wrong with living a life and then getting out of life, getting out of the way, making room for somebody else to live, not going anywhere, not becoming some part of some everlasting existence, but that life exists continuously through generations and come and go and come and go. But going out of this life doesn't necessarily have to mean that you're trying to go somewhere. Why do you want to go someplace else? You lived your whole entire life in hell. Now you want to go somewhere else thinking it's going to be a heaven. If things are going to ever be any better, it's because you wake up and make them better where you are right now. That is the only hope you got. That is the only promise you got. Do it right now or forget it. And stop talking about some heaven. Stop talking about dying, going to some heaven. Who wants to die and go to heaven? Why don't you go to sleep and be forgotten? Let what you have done in life be your headstone. And talking about living somewhere in heaven with some angels walking around singing, so you know good and well you don't want to do nothing like that with God. Anyway, I think you get my message. So I think I might just leave it there. But the message again is for all human beings on the face of the earth. Your allegiance is to your Creator. That's where your power is. This is when you can walk on water. When you're listening to the Creator. Stop listening to the Democrats. Stop listening to the Republicans. Stop listening to Americans. Stop listening to Russians. Stop listening to democracy. Stop listening to all kinds of government. Listen to the government of God, the genuine government of God that says, do unto others as you have others to do unto you. That says, love that power that you can't see more than all the stuff that you can see. But you know that you're loving the right power because the stuff that you can see is pleasing to your eyes and everything else about you. And the world is smiling. Ain't no lying, no cheating, no stealing, no killing, no terror, no war. So ladies and gentlemen, I made it plain. If you listen to God, and God is about everybody. God is not about some. God is not for black people and against white people. God is not for white people and against black people. God is not for men and against women. You got to be out of your mind. What kind of God is that? Thank you.